Hey everybody, it's Scott here, and we're just going to have a conversation with Nate Steele today to kind of give you a rundown of Chalkit Pro. Since if you know, we are going to be doing a phased introduction of Chalkit Pro inside of the Level Method app. There will be phases, and I'm sure he's going to explain those today. But this is coming very soon, and we want you to be as prepared as possible. If you're not using Chalkit Pro, like put your earbuds in, pay attention, because this is basically your sales walkthrough, your preview of the entire system, and it'll really get you excited. What Nate has done and his business partner Jose have done is incredible. So thanks for taking time today, Nate, and I'll kind of give the microphone over to you.
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to kind of show you guys the ins and outs, some of the highlights of Chalkit Pro and how it's going to make your life easier. Essentially, that's why we built it, was to make my life easier as a gym owner, and we've succeeded in that. And give you some bells and whistles to help your business grow, add some revenue streams. Now it's a time saver galore. So especially with investing in Level Method and their awesome programming, and being able to have it dumped into the system, we'll just do a quick walkthrough and give you the highlight bullet points of how we can save you time, money, and maybe add some money to the gym's bottom line. So I'll take over the screen here and just kind of walk you through some highlights, and then Scott will jump in if I get distracted or if he has
you bet.
pop up. So I'm gonna share screen here. So you guys should be able to see now sort of the behind the scenes, PC version of Chalkit Pro. As you can see, the date is next Monday. So I'm going to kind of highlight the calendar, show you how the LM programming gets put in there and then distributed. So you guys get a week ahead of time. So you guys can either, if you're doing, timed up sequencing of like day to day, or if you're running 2 weeks behind, there's easy ways to go ahead and do that. We have clients that do both. So even if you're running the programming but running it on a delay, totally fine, totally doable. So we just set up private tracks. But I want to go ahead and give you a sneak peek into sort of a calendar view. So next week, starting the 27th, as you can see all the way through Saturday the 1st, those workouts already inputted in there for you. So from the weekly view, you can get kind of a quick snapshot into the day. You can get little highlights on each level that are in there. You can do some edits straight from here as well and edit each part of the workout as well. We're going to dive a little bit into that more, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to see. You can see your weekly view, your monthly view, and then of course your daily view. So we are in the programming side of the house right now. So this is not viewable by anyone other than you, your coaching staff, anybody you give coach or admin permissions to. So you're going to see next week's already put in there. It's all fully editable. So everything from title of each section, how many levels, scoring type. Obviously, this is just the warm up. Then we get into the details. And this is what's seen by the member, the end user. So you're going to see things like detected movements. And those are the things that we put in there that are associated to movement videos, which are awesome because if you guys have members like me, people that have been coming for 4 years and asking me what the hell a thruster is, they should know those things by now. But as you know, as a coach and an owner, they tend to forget sometimes. So we link all of the instructional videos. Now, we can dive into that a little bit later as well, because you can do custom videos as well. So as you can kind of see, all of that stuff is put in there, and it's per color. So all of the 6 different levels are in there. And what's cool is you don't really have to do anything. If you don't edit, don't edit. If you want to edit, go ahead and edit. But we're going to see the other side of how this looks. too. So this is just obviously the back end side. So we're going to jump to, let's go to today. And this is my gym. So I like to switch some things around. You can see my custom banner image, and you can edit and add whatever you'd want. So we typically, if I go back a few days, we do like CrossFit 630 around the world. So people that takes their shirts or signage and they do things outside of the gym and take pictures. So we highlight a bunch of those. So again, custom imagery, custom videos, clips you can put in here. You can put GIFs or stickers or whatever you want, just a lot of different freedom to customize it to you. But here is the version of today, right? I'm going to go to the chalkboard of what everybody sees. So it's set up similar. They're just not going to have any of the edit information, but you can then see each color, and then you can see the history. You can see the movement button and any notes. So let's go to rally car, which is what we did, or we're doing today. So we mixed up last week a little bit and switched days. But if I click on movements, it's going to go to the movements that are involved and easily click out to the video instruction, which is nice because then any, is confused.
You get an ad.
Yeah, here. Clicked on the one that has an ad. So all of those are inclusive in there, but what's cool for you guys doing the LM programming is notes. So for right now, this is how it's being delivered. This may change and become even more simple, okay? But these notes are in here as well. Notes are dedicated just to end user. Coach notes are for those coaches and admin permissions. So it's giving you the rundown of the highlight of that day's workout. At this point, we do showcase slides. I know that we are trying to be a little bit more efficient with this stuff for you guys. So we're gonna, and working hard to, kind of clean that section up. So, but it is in there. So, history. Anytime you do workouts multiple times, your history will be in there as well. Okay, so let me see if I can go back to a day where I had some history, because this will be my personal side as well. Let's go back to Monday. I just want to show you guys how that history button works. So there's pause front squats that we did. If I go to history, it's going to show me all of the history I have for those pause front squats. Any rep maxes that you guys would ever program, it'll save. So if I did a 10 rep max today, it would save a little 10 button over here. It shows you your trends, percentages, details of when those were input as well. So those of you coming from a different platform, let's say SugarWOD or Beyond the Whiteboard, we can input all of that data history as well. So you're not going to lose, or your members aren't going to lose any of their history when they do come over to Chalkit. Now, let's go back to just today, just for reference. I'm going to switch over to the phone version, right? This is the PC version. 99% of the time, your members are never, ever going to pull this up on their PC. They're going to pull it up on their phone. So I just kind of want to show you what that looks like on your phone. All full functionality from PC to phone. Even in on-the-go programming, on-the-go changes, you can make those directly from your phone. So that pull-down menu that you saw on the left was, now it's hidden under a hamburger menu. You can change tracks and things like that up here. But again, photo is here. If you don't want to see it, minimize it. So if we scroll down, the real estate is taken up by all of the colors. Now, what's cool about how we've done this is it's intuitive. So let's just say I operate on a daily basis at purple and brown, right? I don't really need to see the white, yellow, orange, or blue because they don't really affect me. So each individual user can opt in or opt out. Like I can go back in and see what yellow did, but I don't really need to if I don't want to. It's not going to take up a ton of real estate on my phone. I'm not scrolling for days. But that information is still on there. Now, what's cool is it's intuitive. So now if I go and reset and come back, it's now going to remember that I'm just purple and brown. So you don't have to keep opting in and opting out of those things every day. It's going to remember what you are.
I found that to be extremely helpful, that it always comes up with the same levels that I have chosen every day. It's been very useful.
Yeah, it's just when you're talking about doing levels and a ton of content in here, you've got to come up with a strategic way for it to make sense to you. Now, of course, you can be able to go back and see what others have done. No big deal. You can opt in and opt out. But again, it'll remember your preferences as you go.
So if I were to open tomorrow's, like I come in tomorrow and I clicked on brown and purple today, tomorrow it'll only show me brown and purple unless I select the other colors again.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to just pop back. So now that you kind of get the idea of how the phone works, everything is in there. It's all the same. The functionality, I think just for the demo purposes, is a little bit easier to see full screen. At the bottom, you're going to see a few different daily links, right? So leaderboards, this is a big one. Let's go back to a day that was a little bit more full at our gym. So you can, I'm trying to find one where I haven't just high-fived everybody. Show that, but let's go through. You can see on the left-hand side here, it's color, right? So based on level, you can see their little picture in here of their profile as well, just kind of building that community, just bringing a little bit of personalization to it. But these are filtered as well. So let's just say you wanted to see everybody that did orange, and then I want to see all of the males that did orange and see how I stack up. So again, these are opt-in, opt-out, but it's really cool to be able to cull those down and see somebody that is on the same level, right? Instead of it just being RX and scaled and you're the same people showing up at the bottom of the list every day and getting defeated that way, this is a way for them to be able to sort of compare and see how they stack up and log their stuff. So you're going to see, like our pause front squat strength cycle, you're going to see little bells here, like here's one. Those are PR bells. So anytime somebody logs a PR, it's going to let everyone know, and they get a little bell, and when you first open it up, it swings back and forth and dings, and you can high five it, and it'll give a little chalk poof here. I'm not trying to
give yourself some props there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to highlight myself, but it actually will not let you do it. So it'll show, if I go a day and a day back, it should reset. So you see the little bells dinging, and it will not let you give props to yourself. So just in case. But there is it's really cool, unlike some of the other systems where you have to individually go in and high five each individual person, and it can take a while. This is just, you can click down the line as a coach, and you can click into somebody and see what they did and read their notes, of course, but you can also just kind of scroll down and high five them.
So a user would see this as well. Same thing.
Yes.
The beauty of this
is user. This is just the user.
Okay.
Yep.
The beauty of this is people who are, it happens. An orange or purple or blue gets sick and tired of seeing purple and browns at the top of the leaderboard all the time. Just get rid of it. Like, you don't have to pay any attention to it. I think there's a lot of power in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's very neat.
And then what's also cool is every time you get a notification, it stores it in this little, sorry, my little menu thing popped up, but you get a news feed. It can shoot you, you can set it up to have it push notifications for all your high fives, or if anybody makes a comment on one of your workouts. And then you can click through, like these are the ones that I have not reset yet. I can click through and be like, oh, I can click it and it takes me to that exact high five or what workout that was. So it just, you know, you're going to see a lot of these, you know, keeping track of 12 high fives, 10 high fives, but there's also a pretty cool option in here for like gifts and notification, or gifts and comments and things like that, just to kind of build, you know, that community involvement. You know, we're talking about being inclusive and being involved, and helps with client retention. It's the little things, you know. So Scott won the day, right? He did that, what was it, that, whatever it was, strict handstand push-up workout, and just banged it out in 2 sets of 30, you know, to get to 30. And, you know, people leaving comments, people can then do a search for gifts, and, you know, it's a cool little tool to help build that community. So you can see people are leaving gifts. You can then, you know, if you think a gift's funny, you can also just give a little emoji. But, you know, it's just a cool little tool that's inclusive. You know, stickers is searching as well. But it just helps make these leaderboards that much more impactful.
And addicting, which is really good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So the leaderboards is huge. Programming, especially if you're part of the LM programming, it's so easy. You know, you don't really have to do anything. It's already there for you for the following week. You can go in and edit. You can change days however you want. But this is just from an end user perspective. So I'll dive back into the programming side real quick, just show you how easy it is to add things like this. So if I go to next week, I typically go a week at a time. So I'll jump in here and I'll go to the banner settings and I'll add, you know, images from my computer. So if I go through and I, you know, pick out whatever comp photos is probably what I typically do. And then I just put one in there. I can scale it. I can rotate it however you want. So I can cancel that. But what's really cool is for us, the opportunity to add video in here. So if you guys have a YouTube channel, or if you guys have a Vimeo channel, like we have a Vimeo channel. So what we do is, like for instance, one of our coaches will put together a clean and jerk video, right? So once this loads here, struggles with home internet. So she put together a series of clean and jerk videos, right? So if I click on this, open it up, all I simply have to do is take this link, Control C, I go back into here, Control V, and I can save it for that track, and it embeds that video. So if I go on the phone, look view for the 27th, that's already embedded in there, right? It's not linking out to anything else. All you have to do is press play and it plays right into the app. So again, YouTube and Vimeo, if you guys have a ton of content in there, please use it. It's very impactful. So one of the other things that I wanted to address was the slides that everybody's using, right? So a TV monitor, how do you display your workouts at the gym? So I'm gonna pull this open in today's workout from the Chalkboard. There's this little button right up here. It is a monitor, and so you just click it. What it's gonna do is it's gonna fancy, I should probably switch that back to being all-inclusive here. So we'll opt into all of these so everybody can see. I'll click that back. So now what you're gonna see is a screen that you can cast, right? Right click and cast. So you can actually manipulate these to, you know, kind of fit your screen however you want, right?
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, so you can scroll down if you need to. You can actually go in and edit like font size, things like that. What's really cool is I'll pull up on my phone here. I'll pull up today. And there's a setting on your phone, so your coaches, it's a little like a satellite. Now what I can do is from my phone, I can control what's seen on the screen. So if I want to just highlight the warm-up as I'm talking through it, or if I'm talking through the strength portion, I can do that. I can then use this as my remote. So it's a really cool option to kind of keep focused. I know there's a ton of information and awesome info on the slides and all of this, the real estate, but you want to keep focused, especially when you're going through the class. You have the ability to cycle through, and you have the ability to then also increase font size on your phone as well. So I'm just doing a little slide bar.
Oh, that's from your phone.
From my phone.
That's
so
incredible.
If I want to go to rally car, I just punch rally car. If I want to go back to the warm up and I want to increase the font size, I'm just slide back and forth.
That's really cool. So
really cool.
To review, they will have a device, they'll put it on the display mode, and they'll have a Chromecast plugged into their TV, and then they can use whatever coach is working can use their device. It's kind of like a slave unit to make this run through. Completely control it. That's great. Okay.
Yep. And like I said, it's fully customizable. So you'll see some of these things up here, these little settings, and then you can manually do it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
It's a really cool function that I wanted for my gym, because people tend to lose focus if there's so much information on that slide that's up there, right? You're talking warm up, you're talking part A, you're talking extra credit, and you're talking the actual workout with 6 different levels. So people are just, their eyes are focusing in on 4 different things.
Yeah. So we've all had the member who decides that they can finish the warm up 10 minutes before everyone else because it's up there, or whatever the case is, right? And then they start stacking their plates together, and it's a way to control and guide the class.
Exactly. And so even if you like all of this information up here, and to be honest, this is where I leave it on a daily basis. So if pre-COVID, it was everybody's huddled up at the monitor before class and going through what the workout is, and I could use my remote, right? So now what's, the ability just to drag and kind of drop these if I want to edit and say, okay, I want a little bit smaller text on here, that's available as well. You can say, okay, we don't really utilize the extra credit. You can hide it, right? We can hide this and they won't see it, and we'll just kind of drag and drop, put it down here. You can make this a little bigger. So it gives you a lot of functionality within the TV display.
It's excellent.
It's a lot of effort went into this. I know some things may be tweaked in the future, but we want it to be usable. Right? With 6 different levels on multiple different things, the real estate thing is huge. And I know I've mentioned it a couple times, but it's a lot of content. We want to make it so it's easy for you guys to just simply go in, hit that little button, right click, cast to your whatever TV monitor you're using. So super simple.
Exactly. And as an announcement that may or may not already been said, is that we're going away from the Google slide presentations. This will be the future of presenting on your TV, if that is what you do, which most people do. So,
and you can see, if you watched the Chalk Talk episode 1, it was the power of moments. And it's little things, right? Like the banner setting, you can kind of see the banner setting, the customization, even in the background here. So it's not just that generic slide image, it's whatever image you want back there on a daily basis. So I don't know if you can see lower left hand side, or if you just see Scott and my face, but there's a CrossFit 630 logo, the Chalkboard Pro logo, the customization, the branding, Those are all things. You can see my logo everywhere in here.
So anybody can do that in their settings. They can add their own logos.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just, you go into, I think it's in the admin, and just add your logo right there.
Awesome. Easy. Very intuitive.
So those are super simple, real quick things with programming, with the chalkboard, with display, with leaderboards. There's so much more in here, and like I tell everybody, is just get in here and try to break it. All right, like every button you can, explore. There's so much in here. Some of like the kind of the premium focus would be like adding your own workout programs. So if I click on this, you can add pre-existing workout programs. So like we did added the level method Murph prep. So
oh, excellent.
You can add like your running programs, your lifting programs, your buys and tries and ab days, whatever it may be that you want to add, and it's just once off, you're written, right? And you can sell and distribute those to whatever members you want as one-offs. You only have to put them in here once, and then you can add members directly. So if, like for instance, if I added the level method Murph prep, right? I can go in and see what that was. It was 3 days a week for 4 weeks, right? Each workout is different. I can go in and get a quick view of what they were, by what level I was. But then I can then add it to whoever I want, their programming. So let's say I want to add myself. Let's just go to.
So you can give just specific people, so you could sell the Murph prep program and then deliver it only to the athletes who paid for it.
Correct. So I just added myself. Now your main menu up here, my programs. So let me complete that program. And now you're going to see the Murph prep. And now it starts whenever I click start. Right. So day one, let's again, if I'm purple and brown, I chalk my results, then I'm up. Nothing was there for day 2, day 3. Right, day 5. So it leads them down the path of that program. Now, that's whenever that individual wants to start. Now, it gets a lot better because you can actually do a lot more customization for PT clients. Have them set up their own tracks. So own tracks are up here. So I have a bunch of different revenue streams. Essentially, think about a track as a revenue stream, right? And if we're doing private training for somebody, I just set them up as a private track. And what's cool about these workout programs, let's do this. Let's just show you. I'm going to add myself as Nate. Private track. I want it to be private. I'm going to just do it as levels. 6. I want to warm up, extra credit included. Pounds, meters, bam. So what you're going to see is now I have added a private track for myself. What's really awesome about this, it may just take a couple refreshes for the system. So there I am on the private track, right? So if I click my name, it's going to take me to my private track. What's cool as an admin, and I go into that workout programs, I can now say, okay, I'm going to schedule that specific track or program to Nate's specific track, and I want it to start on Monday the 27th. I'm going to schedule it. What's awesome about this is now that I'm in Nate's track, I can go to programming, look at the 27th, and it's in there. What's really cool now is this is just specific to Nate.
Right.
I go into the monthly view, see there on there on the 27th, I can now drag and drop whatever day Nate has available to work out, and I know his specific schedule. I can go in and drag and drop those specifically for him. And what's really cool is you're not reinventing the wheel, right? You're distributing something you've created once,
Right.
and you can make residual revenue off of those things all the time. So we talk about the level method, accessory programs. This is huge for that. This is absolutely huge for that. Whether or not you set up a private track or just have them start whenever, either way is available. But then you can go into the weekly view and you can edit and you can type specific Nate notes for him
Speaking to that athlete, to that member.
for that specific athlete only. You could add video links for that specific athlete. You can copy and paste video into the details. So like I pasted this Vimeo link, right? If I wanted to, I can copy and paste videos right into it for that specific athlete.
That's awesome.
So it's a really cool tool, a huge benefit for anybody looking to add revenue streams easily, right? Create it once and sell it 150 times.
Yeah.
So those are just a couple ways that you can add revenue is through workout programs. So a couple other real quick things before I let everybody go is on the member side and the coaches side. So you're going to see my dashboard. Let me actually get out of Nate's private track here because that doesn't really exist. I'm going to go back to my main track, today's programming. So my dashboard is each individual athlete will have their own snapshots. So they can get in here and see, okay, I've been to the gym, I've logged 3 workouts in the last 7 days. You're going to see my total lack of working out. My 11 days in the last 30 or 90 days. So you can get a good 90-day snapshot, especially if you do your goals meetings. I'll show you on the coach's side as well. But I can see I've done 20 workouts in 90 days. Here's all the PRs I've logged. Here's my workout focus, gymnastics movements, weightlifting, structural conditioning movements. So you get an idea of where they are, how many comments and how many posts that I've received, how many high fives that I've posted and received. Just a quick snapshot. Now, you're going to see these buttons down below. Barbell PRs, this is everyone's history. It's a searchable database. So if I want to go to back squats. So it's going to show me my 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, and 20 rep maxes, right? And it's going to show me when I accomplish those, my percentages, and then the details.
Wow.
If I scroll down these details, I've got stuff in here from 2015. Well, we know that this didn't exist in 2015. We were using a different system. So we just imported all of that information and it brought it directly in here. Now, this also works for workouts. So there's a workout button. So you can search any workout by name, by date, by whatever it is. Let's search Fran. So it's going to bring up any workout that I've ever done that has the word Fran in it. Or any workout in our system that has Fran. So like from the games, anything that I've ever added over time. But if you see Fran here, now it shows you my history all the way back to 2014.
That's excellent.
Third time getting the same time, never doing this again. I've done it since, yes. So I know we've all been there. But all of this is searchable, and it's searchable by different categories, right? So I can search by hero workout. It's going to bring up 217 hero workouts that are already in there. But if I want to search a hero workout that has, I always do power clean, and let's do running. So now I want to search all of them that has hero workouts that have power cleans and running. There they are. Now what's cool is it comes up with Harper. I added Harper and then I edited it. Add the level. I added different levels to it. And so next, when I saved it, it just added the levels-based Harper into my system. So you can start doing that. All of these have the actual notes from that hero They're all linked out directly to, let's say, the CrossFit main site when the day was posted for that particular hero. Again, you can actually copy image and save it as your banner setting. If you do hero workouts, we typically do hero Thursdays and stuff like that. I'll just paste their photo on the banner setting. So all of this stuff is in there. If you have, you know, a bunch of your community that travels like mine for work, typically, is you can go in and do, let's see, travel workouts. There's 100 travel workouts in here. You could do even search by movement. You could say, I want travel workouts with whatever movement. You can do, hey, the hotel has a treadmill. The hotel has a set of dumbbells. Well, now there's 4 travel workouts that include dumbbells and treadmills. And they can just go in, log their results right from there.
Excellent.
Their history. So, ton of stuff in here. You know, I didn't even get into, well, I guess we can. The coaches board, you guys got a sneak peek behind the scenes, and this is evolving. So let's say last Monday I had 42 athletes come in and they logged a workout in Chalkboard. I can see who they were. We did pause front squats, so I can see what color distribution that was. I can see their results. I can then also see I had 29 people PR. So if I click on their PR details, I can be like, oh, Terry, she crushed it. I click the little email button, and I can shoot them a quick email saying, hey, nice job with your PR. And the WOD results as well, broken down by color. And this is in the daily, this is any day you guys can go in and check on the calendar, but you can also do athlete search. So if I want to do a search for an athlete, and this is huge for your 90-day goals meetings, I'm going to say, okay, Keith, last 90 days, you did 52 workouts. Your schedule's typically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday through Friday, essentially. All right. So we make sure we get proper rest. If you're doing the 3-day on, 1-day off type of deal, or if they're doing 5 and 2, however you wanted to do it at your gym, you can kind of keep an eye on them. You can see all their PRs, see what movements they did on each individual athlete.
So it's a great way to, you have the goal setting options in the Level Method app. Now you can combine, data from assessments as well as real-time data from their workouts, like attendance and such, which is really great. Good.
Yeah, and this is all evolving. So this is what's in there now. Mm-hmm. And so I'm hesitant to kind of open the screen a little bit, but there's going to be so much better stuff that's coming, that's already on the roadmap to being built. Just stay tuned. This is already really handy for coaches. It's going to be a lot better. So we're going to give you all the information you need to know. And when we were talking about individual athletes and looking up, if I go back to that workout programs for a second, and I go to that prep program, let's say, I can actually see their results. I can pull up a snapshot and see the results of each individualized program. So I can see, okay, these are the people that logged or what last day they logged, but I can then do a search by individual. So if I go in and do a search for, Matt Barron was doing this program, how long did he last doing it? What date he last logged a result? What his notes were and the records. And that's for every different workout program. All of that stuff will be tracked for you. And you can search individually or by the group. So just one more level of information you have on your members.
So maybe I'm jumping the gun, but what do they get when this is all published inside of Level Method and we're starting to put those together? What do they get from Chalkboard?
So they're going to get the base program. They're just going to get the information, all the programs in there, editable, all of that kind of stuff. The upgraded version that most everyone is on now, or actually every single one client that we have, is on the $39 upgrade. And that includes the custom movement library, the workout programming, the unlimited tracks. So it just kind of expands to a lot of the cool tools we were just showing. That upgraded version, all those bells and whistles are included, plus future updates and enhancements. I mean, there's so much more in here. There's cool tools, like custom share codes. Like, you know, if I did a Brown workout today and I said, I go onto the Legion programming or Legion Facebook page and said, hey, if anybody did today's workout in Brown, here's my chip code. And then it'll build, anybody who types in that chip code with their results, it'll build a custom leaderboard worldwide, anybody that has that chip code.
So 4 different gyms could be doing some sort of online comp and all have a chip code, and it's going to build a leaderboard with those 4 gyms, no matter where they're at.
Yeah, and you could do that based on whatever. So if you did workout 1 orange as a chip code, or workout 1 blue as a chip code, then you could narrow it down by color. It just the possibilities are awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a lot of clients that are overseas. You know, we're here in the States, but we have a lot of clients that are overseas, and it's a great way for us to kind of keep in communication and some friendly banter and some friendly competition across the pond as well. So
yeah,
those are easy to do. It's just down here in a more section. You just got to create your own workout, share a chip code, and then when you have a chip code, you just enter it, and it'll show up on your daily leaderboard. So there's a ton of videos and stuff that walk through those on our website. But I was going to show you some of the cool things that we have in reference to level method that's coming. So I'm just going to give you a real quick behind the scenes look at programs. So here's a couple of little sneak peeks into what we have, right? And this is going to be full, and it's going to have all the accessory programming in it eventually, but we just want to give you an idea. The 3-week global assessment tests in there.
The assessment cycle is in there, and they can edit, move, adjust just like any other workout that you have. Right?
Yeah, what's really cool is if I go in here and look at them, they're set up just based how they would be for your weeks. It's all calculated already in there. We just dump it into your system, and then you then distribute it to how, if you wanted this part of your main track for the next 3 weeks, great. If you want to take a week and copy it to next week, great. You could do that too. Those are easily done. But if you go through, and we talked about this before, here's your digitized map.
Yes, so no more running to the map. They can look at their app, or it'll be on the screen. So you'll have multiple locations where they can see what level means what.
So also where this comes into play is like, hey, I've gotten this question a ton, is somebody left without looking at the map. And they call or text me and say, hey, I did, a 400-pound, 405 deadlift. What color is that? Well, now it's just right here.
I want to personally thank you, because I get all the messages for the people who decide to hit the little chat button.
Yeah, this is a data entry project, to say the least.
I can't imagine. Yeah.
All of them are in there, right? And then all of the alternative WODs are in there.
Okay. But you can turn those off. So if you're doing it, and you don't want someone doing an alternative workout, so this happens a lot. Like, I don't want them seeing that. Boom, just erase it.
No, they don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
Hide.
Oh, all right. That's better than erase. Yes.
Hide and unhide. So they don't even have to delete it. You can hide it and it won't show up on the chalkboard at all. Okay. But they're all inclusive in there. And then, the 3 and 5 session kickstarts are also in there.
It's excellent.
So if you go through, those kickstarts are in there. So all of the notes are in there. Oh, that's of course the bad example that I picked that didn't have a note in it. But all of the notes are in there, linked out to the actual slides that are provided in the Kickstart. So these will be active when you see that little red notes button on the screen that we went through earlier. It looks like, oh, there's the little red button. I can't switch between tracks efficiently here. So if you see, it'll click out to that Kickstart. So for me, I've gone through the Kickstart slides and I've branded them.
Oh, that's incredible. Right.
Yep. So those are coming as well. So you know, some of the exciting things that we've got going on with this sort of migration and partnership here. Like I said before, go in, play around with it, and you know, try to break it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will speak to that is since I've been using this since inception, it's been an incredible journey of finding new features all the time. So I know you guys are on the ball. You're always developing and responsive to needs and adjustments. But the key here is I can't remember any glitches. Every glitch I reported was my own. It was just the operator error. So it's been very robust and very just a real great program. So if somebody wants to get started right away, they need to reach out to you. That's Nate Steele. And you can go to the Chalkboard Pro website or just reach out to him in the Legion group, actually. There's the get started button.
Yeah, get started. There's plans and pricing. You guys qualify, so scroll down. There's the level method special pricing that you guys get. But I wanted to point out this demo center too.
Okay.
There's stuff that I was not able to cover in this 45-minute quick call, but it is there. So it's broken down by admins and athletes. These are all voiced over, walk-through custom videos. I mean, if you load more, I mean,
I know it's very, very.
30 of them in here.
Yeah.
So it can give you a definite head start. But like I said, if you need anything, let me know. Reach out to me. I can do private demos as well.
Awesome. So just to recap, you guys, Chalkboard Pro is coming to Level Method as a multi-step integration. More on how that multi-step works later, but also you can get started now, get all of the features, and then when we integrate, you'll be prepared, you'll be ready, you'll know exactly how it works, and you'll have the extra features. So so that's really exciting. And thanks for your time, Nate. And of course, you all know how to get a hold of me. Get rid of me too, probably. But you all know how to get a hold of me if you have questions as they relate to Level Method. So we look forward to this longstanding relationship and just delivering next level tools to Level Method gyms.
I agree. It's awesome as it is. It's only going to get better.
That's right. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Nate.
All right. Thanks, Scott. See you guys.